The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
When my girl's got the sweetest pussy nestled in her lap.
Welcome to SinCityBounty.com. God, that was perfect.
It was perfect.
That's because
we have been off for a week.
Yeah, we have.
It's been 2 weeks since we've been on the air here. But for those of you, did you post? Did you post that publicly or privately? The picture of your pussy.
That was in the private group.
That was in the private group.
Yeah.
For those of you who are members of our super secret, supporting us on Patreon private Facebook group, you got to see a picture of Toxi's pussy.
I mean, we weren't here. I had to give the people something.
It was awesome. I loved it. But then I've always liked pussy, so there you go.
I am a particular fan of her pussy, so let's do that.
Hey, there's a dude named Praxedis Mendoza.
And he's a cocksucker.
What a cool name, though. Praxedis. I wonder if he walks around.
Name.
I wonder if he walks around like this. Oh no.
Like Praxis.
No, that's a praying mantis. I got those mixed up.
Anywho, I'm gonna sign. Ooh, hold your horses, ladies. I'm signing into my Sierra account.
Nino says he is a man under 2 feet tall and needs to be in this show.
Listen here, Nino. You are not. You can stop your lying now.
Okay. All right.
It's like a little baby.
I don't want any fucking babies.
All right. So, oh crap, we've been live for like 13 minutes on Facebook.
Yeah. We knew that. We accidentally went live a little earlier than we usually do.
Yeah, we did. I actually touched the button I was not supposed to.
They said they can't hear anything. Is that already taken care of?
As far as I know.
Can anyone else hear?
Check to see if it's on. Are you hurting their eardrums right now?
I hope so. I hope so.
I heard us talking when I tuned in on my phone.
Okay, so we were.
Turn your phone up, idiot. I'm sorry. If you're a regular, I love you. It's not really you.
So I was listening to Wait, Don't Tell Me, one of my favorite NPR quiz shows, and they were talking about a robot that they have been programming to hug people, and supposedly it hugs people better than people.
Does it ask permission first? Is it like a consensual robot? Like, will it come up and be like, meep, moop, may I hug you? Meep, moop, commence hugging.
That's hilarious.
You're so cute.
Well, I mean, I hope, like, even robots should ask consent.
It only warns you. It says, danger, Will Robinson.
Listen, robot.
No.
Jump off the cliff, robot.
Do you know where it comes from? That comes from Danger Will Robinson?
That comes from Lost in Space.
Lost?
I was going to get
Both the original.
In space.
So here's the thing. Everybody, okay, I'm going to throw in some pop culture shit for you right now. And a few of my nerd friends, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm breaking your hearts right now. The original Lost in Space was terrible. The Lost in Space television show was terrible. The new Lost in Space Netflix, I spent 85% of the time pausing the show to tell my son, whatever you do, do not do what Will Robinson is doing. So I do not understand the appeal of any of the Lost in Spaces. I watched the Netflix show. It was entertaining for what it was supposed to be. But again, the whole idea of the Lost in Space thing, the fact that on the television show, the bad guy's not really a bad guy. He's kind of a good guy sometimes, and everybody still likes him, even when he's a total douchebag. I never fucking got it. I never understood the fucking appeal. The idiot kids, the stupid robot, the fucking asshole who wasn't really an asshole, who really was an asshole, but everybody still loved him anyway. Like, I don't get any of it.
So if
Parker Posey did an amazing job.
and she plays crazy.
Yeah.
She plays semi-psychotic. I never watched the show growing up. So when I did catch bits and pieces of it, it was just it was like Star Trek campy to me. And just totally, I just can't handle it. But the new Lost in Space on Netflix I actually liked because they at least had reasons for all the things. The reason they're in space is because they're escaping a dying planet.
Yeah.
The reason the robot shows up is because it's an enemy robot that decided to destroy their ship and...
Well, we still don't know.
Yeah,
It's not...
true.
Okay, no... Spoiler alert. Fuck you if you haven't watched it yet. It's been out for like 2 months. It's not really a bad guy robot. It's a robot going back to retrieve the fucking technology that our dumbass human selves fucking stole. So it's not that he's a
True,
bad guy.
true.
We're assholes.
God, this sounds amazing.
Toxi,
It goes
not a
right
fan.
along with the
I
whole
got-
space.
I got through
Space
like
Force team.
I put the
theme.
Netflix one on and I got through 13 minutes.
She
I'm
tried.
like, I gave it the old college
She
shot,
sure
and
did
that
send
was
me a
it.
text too, but like I didn't even get through one episode. Sorry. I'm like, nah, it's all right. I barely got
tried.
through them too, so whatevs.
I actually liked the new Lost in Space, but then again, I have nothing to compare it to because I did not grow up with the other. But then I also like J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, so fuck off.
True
nerds.
that. I do love J.J. Abrams' Star Trek. Fuck off. And I agree with you, Parker
Wait, who's
Posey.
fucking off? I don't understand.
We're fucked.
People,
We have.
we have tons of nerd friends who hate the new revamps of everything old.
Oh, and God forbid there be J.J. Abrams' name on it anywhere, or any other particular producer, because then they're just like, ew, it's Barfur. And we're just like, bitch, these movies, these new shows, these reboots, these revamps, these are the reasons we still have cons, and our favorite nerds are still out there traveling the world so we can get signatures and photographs with them.
Sierra and I were talking at dinner the other day, and for those of you who are nerds, Quentin Tarantino is supposedly, I believe that's like penciled in, that he's going to be doing a new Star Trek. And Sierra and I said, we will spend tons of money if it's the Mirror Universe.
Quentin Tarantino would absolutely rock a Mirror Universe new Star Trek reboot. Holy balls, will he fuck that shit up inside out and sideways. This bitch will get an NC-17 rating. Star Trek fans will be like, that was dark.
There's
That
gonna
was-
be some-
There will be people leaving that thing with PTSD. And that's the way it should fucking be.
With Quentin Tarantino at the helm.
And the Mirror Universe, because if you've seen any Mirror Universe episodes, you're just like, that is fucked up shit. Fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. Fucked up. And Quentin Tarantino can do fucked up.
William, you need to chime in because I know you are a huge Star Trek fan. So
If QT is doing the next Star Trek movie, it had better be a Mirror Universe.
I am not a fan of QT. So
I love.
sorry, he's too dark for me.
Oh, see, and that's why I love him.
I know.
That's like I love all that dark, twisted bullshit.
Yeah, I want
love it.
Till dawn.
fairies and unicorns and rainbows. That's what I want.
He can do fairies and unicorns and rainbows, and he'll give them all automatic limbs and
Yep.
and severe personality disorders. Like the unicorn will walk up to you and be like, "Bitch, I'll stab your ass right after I rape you with my hoof."
William, what are you thinking about Quentin Tarantino directing a Star Trek film? He
Hates the
by the way,
Abrams Star
hates the
Trek.
Abrams Star Trek. So you can fuck off.
You know what?
William?
He says he loves Star Trek Discovery. I have heard nothing but terrible things about Discovery.
When I was watching it, I liked
Really?
it.
Really? Blah. I'm not paying for it. If I pay to see Star Trek, it's because I'm going to the movie theater.
It's all different. Everybody keeps comparing everything to the original. It is not the original. It's different.
No, from what I understand,
They're all different.
It's 100 years after.
but
Kirk,
it's not
right?
in the same timeline, or it's not in the same
Well, no.
flow,
No.
because the Klingons aren't the same.
Well, of course not.
Actually, isn't it before Kirk?
It's like,
Because it was
It might be 100
yeah, it's
years.
100 years before Kirk.
Before?
Klingon Wars.
Oh.
And I see your cohort just sitting there with her eyes.
She is. They're kind of glazed over.
She's like, you can go ahead and play some Candy Crush. It'll be another minute or two.
I've already like checked some other apps.
She's like, swipe
I'm
left,
sitting
swipe
here.
left,
Can I
swipe
get some work
right.
done while I'm just sitting here?
What have you been doing this week? Let's talk about you. Let's focus on you.
I really have no need to. I've just been working a lot. That's all.
Gone on any dates you want to talk about?
I haven't gone on any, even that I don't want to talk about. I haven't gone on any, period, in quite some time, so.
Did you get a new haircut or 2 new tattoos?
No, Did you?
I might have.
But let's talk about that.
So here's the crazy thing. I have cut more than 12 inches off. And anyone comment on it? When I wear it up or down or in pigtails, and not a single person has been like, wow, you cut a lot of hair off. Not a single person.
Here's why. Once your hair gets so long, it just long is long. And it's less noticeable. Like your hair is still long.
My hair is not long. My hair is at
Your
my
hair is
fucking
past your shoulders.
Most of the
Still,
time-
you would still be charged as long hair
Most of the time,
if you went somewhere.
most of the time, you have your hair up in a ponytail.
Yeah, you often do. And
and a lot of people
so,
don't notice that kind of stuff.
yeah, if it's past the shoulders, I mean, I could chop, like, you see how long mine, well, you can't because it's curled, but mine's super long in the back, and when I can chop a huge amount off, no one notices. And it's because once it's past that area, it's all the fucking same. No
I
one
even
knows
took
if
an
you got
extra
it down
inch
to
and a
your
half
ass.
off.
No,
Yeah,
no
it's
one
not like you're
knows.
standing on a box in the middle of an open square and the wind is blowing through it or something like
Right. But it would be different, like if you popped it up above your shoulder, someone just kind of walking by,
I had it in pigtails like this the other day. Like this.
which was adorable. But I'm just saying, it's absolutely cute, and of course we can notice because we see you all the time, and we know you specifically always had your hair long. Like you absolutely would not, cut it shorter.
that. You could,
So you
if you wanted the attention, you could have always just like semi-dyed it red so it washes out in a little
Like
while.
a little bit of a different color.
lime.
And
When I was parking today, I was thinking maybe I should just go for a long pixie cut and dye it bubblegum pink.
so I
Bubblegum
totally,
pink.
if you went for a long pixie cut, number one, it would absolutely work on you. The pink will wash out. I'm assuming
Very quickly.
your sister will know more, but the pink should wash out quickly, and I've heard the darker ones will kind of stick around longer. I don't know. I once dyed mine red, and I went and I paid and had it professionally dyed, and that shit washed out so fast. Like my hair just wouldn't hold a dark color whatsoever. So.
Fucking with John.
AMSR, ASMR.
ASMR.
For John, is that John's ASMR?
No, that says I'm gonna kick your ass when I edit this show.
As he's editing, it's meant to relax you. Do it again. It's meant to relax you, John.
Did you master the finger flutters yet? We have a whole show on ASMR, AMSR, whatever the hell it is, where you can hear us make all kinds of
I can't,
cool
you do it the
sounds.
best. I can't. Why doesn't mine make any?
Your hands are too lubricated.
What? That's what I
What
got
were you
for
doing before the show?
masturbating on the drive. Jesus.
I also got 2 new tattoos. You don't need to zoom in on it, but there's a print there, and then one behind my ear, which is just it's a thing.
Just a thing.
It's a musical thing. Ish.
It
One
is.
behind your ear is noteworthy because of what it is.
That's funny. It's a music note and a semicolon. The two have been kind of put together to make a music note and a semicolon. For those of you who've watched the show long enough, you know that I live with anxiety and depression, and I went through a couple of years there where it was really bad, although you would have not noticed on the outside because I worked really hard not to let people know. I survived those couple of years through music and friends and semicolon. There's more to come. So, music and
And now,
the future.
what made you choose behind your ear?
My sister has one behind the ear, and I've seen a bunch of other ones behind the ear, and I really like that placement. I especially like this because I like every tattoo I have can be covered up. If I go into a professional business meeting, I can wear my hair down. All my collared button shirts come here, so you don't see this one. This one's high enough up that I can wear a long short sleeve or a cardigan or something. And then this one, almost no one ever notices, and I usually have a bracelet on, which usually kind of obscures it.
Yeah,
So,
the one on your wrist doesn't stand out.
Even when I
yeah.
don't have all these Pride Month bracelets on, most people don't even know I have this one.
Talk about the pain levels.
So surprisingly, I got this one. I got them both done the same day, the same time. So he did this one first, and it was weird because the way your skull is shaped, anything that vibrates on this side will vibrate around your skull. So I could feel it here and here. And so I'm laying on the table like this. It was a really awkward way he had me laying on the table. And he's drilling my skull, because that's where it's right on my whatever bone that is right there. But I can also feel and kind of hear it on the other side as if it's happening on, like, in stereo. It was very strange. And it hurt, but it wasn't like a lot of pain. This one hurt way more than this one did. And yeah.
So this one, does it tattoo into your skull? Like,
No,
can you be
it's-
ID'd by that? Like, if just
if
your
it's
skull
deep
is
enough,
there?
but-
She's prepping for Space Corps.
Like, if your skull is randomly found somewhere, can we ID it
No.
by the tattoo?
I don't know. I know there's not as big a fat layer up there, so there may not be enough fat to catch the ink in, so maybe he hit the skull a couple times.
And if he hits the skull with the needle, is it like 3D in there? Like, is it,
It felt
how
that
can
way.
we find out?
For someone who is not a nerd, you are getting into total science here.
I know, but I want to know,
You
like,
could cut
how...
the skin away here, peel it back, look
I'm
at my
tempted.
skull.
Like, I'm tempted to see if we could do that.
So June is a month of changes for me. I cut my hair, I got 2 new tattoos, and I am planning on getting some piercings done this month.
And when are we shaving your pussy?
And, well, I already did it once and nicked my butt cheek, which was a terrible, terrible thing. I
You
bled.
nicked your butt cheek shaving your pussy?
Yes, I have hair on my
Yeah,
butt.
you gotta
crack.
shave back there, too.
Yeah, because otherwise it's like
yeah,
skin, Yeti butt. Like,
Yeah, you know, nobody wants yeti ass.
yeah, nobody wants dingleberry booty.
Yeti butt.
Yeti butt. Keeps your hots hot and your colds cold. Yeti butt.
Exactly.
So, yes, we will be shaving. And I actually, maybe not this month, maybe the next month. But I am working with some of my kink friends to maybe have a professional kink body artist do it. So,
Now, piercing day is when?
June 28th, but that's like 2 days before payday, so it might happen on June 30th. I don't remember what day. Oh, I can look it up. Hold on.
So she's going to get a body piercing, and she put, I don't even know why she put an ear piercing, because she put a poll up
did.
of what do you get. She included
It'll be the
the
29th, I
nipples.
guess, please.
She included, what else did you include? The like the chin? No.
No, a Monroe, which is this piercing right here,
Right.
where Marilyn Monroe had her thing.
Right?
So did I put septum up there? I did put septum.
Yeah.
So I have 4 places I'm thinking. I am definitely getting my earlobes re-pierced by a professional piercing artist, like, because they've only ever been gun pierced and they always close up. So I'm having them redone by a professional artist. And I thought
Will that help since they've already been done the other way?
It
I mean,
might.
won't they still close?
no, because an actual piercing done by a piercing artist is done with a hollow point needle. You actually lose a chunk of flesh when
Right,
you get
but
pierced. Not when
there's
you're pierced
not,
with a gun.
Like, I had a lot of piercings. I used to. For
I have
someone
a
who
little
hates
bit of
pain,
scar tissue, but not a
Yeah,
lot.
I have a lot. I used to pierce my own ears. Like, at one point, this had like 4 here, 2 up here, and 1 right there.
Yeah.
So I used to like love having my ears pierced, but you can feel the cartilage.
Why
Especially in these back
did you
ones.
love getting it pierced?
I didn't get it pierced. Only my first ones were ever pierced professionally, and then my middle one. But I don't know. I used to just like numb it and start it with a needle and finish it with a earring that was a piercing earring with the point on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I have no idea. I was a teenager. I don't know.
So no for labia. You don't want to get your labia pierced at all?
No, I'm not doing any genital piercings.
No eyebrow.
No, I've had the eyebrow done before, and
No
the only
chin.
No, I don't like labres.
At this point,
I
for
like
an
I
eyebrow,
think a really cute little septum piercing, because I love the thin ones or the ones that are really ornate, but not just the regular hoop and ball. I love Monroe's. I think those are so pretty.
How, do you like lift enough for lift to put the back on? I mean, how does that
It's
work?
a flat back.
Oh.
It's a stud that has a flat back on it, and then you screw your jewel or ball or whatever.
I never understood. I
into the
figure you
stud.
tear up your gums.
No. It's not an earring. You don't put an earring in your lip.
So, but now what about the septum one? What do you do with boogers?
You wipe them off. That's why I'd like a little thin one, because
I mean, if you're sick and you're snotty dripping, and
septum piercing.
but then
out.
it's gonna get in the hole. Then you're gonna have booger hole.
Then you just flush it.
Booger hole.
This is too much work. I always wanted to get like my nose pierced, like just a little tiny piercing, but I get a lot of boogers. So
You'd spend a lot of time doing this.
yeah, no.
Clean it off. So I was thinking about some outside of my lobes, like some sort of oddly placed ear piercing.
How about the stick?
The
that
bar
goes
Yeah,
thing?
I
into
like
there?
that
Oh,
bar.
do that one.
I like
Do
that
that
one. And then
Why
of
do you like that
course-
one?
I don't know. I just like the way it looks.
Okay.
Do that one.
I like the way it looks. And then, of course, the nipples. I have been told by a few people that nipple piercing for them, and so
But will you lose the sensation in your nipples?
here's the thing that a lot of motherfuckers seem to fucking forget is I have little to no sensation in my nipples. I have nerve damage along the side of one boob from a tragic titty stairway accident. And then in the other boob, I've just never had that much sensitivity in them.
you're
They are
good.
not an erogenous zone for me.
Yeah.
They have never been a source of like immense pleasure for me.
So I wonder, see, because I have a party tit and a shy nipple. So I could pierce party tit, but what would happen with shy nipple? Like
It would not be shiny. It would be forced
They
to
would
be social.
force it out.
It'd
and
be it would be an introvert forced to be extroverted.
So it would be unhappy. Like I'd
It would
have.
be an unhappy
I mean,
nipple. I would
sad
suggest
nipple
in your
would be
case I would
unhappy.
just pierce party nipple, but I don't have a shy nipple, so
Yeah, that's no fun. Then this nipple's gonna be like, this nipple has all the fun, and like, I get stuck hiding out in here. It's just,
yeah. Well.
I guess nipples will have to be out. But at least we know both of yours will be.
Okay, so we get pictures of that when that gets done.
Yeah, whenever I decide. So the poll is up in our super secret Facebook group, which is only open to $5 patrons and above. They all got to poll on it. I think right now, weird ear piercing and nipples are running neck and neck.
Yes.
I'm not saying I'm not willing to get all of it done. Like, I might just say, fuck it, get my nipples and all my ears pierced. So, whatever.
The face piercing
And then
concerns
you
me.
can get a chain that goes through all of them.
That would be amazing.
Reasons I thought a septum piercing would be cool, because then I could get a chain to attach it to my
No,
ear. Like,
no.
that would be cool. Like,
That would be cool when you were 15 and it was the 90s.
I think
It wouldn't now.
I
Not
am
so
very
much
much stuck
now.
in
in 2018, it's kind of cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
If you were a little more tan, maybe.
except those piercings are here, not here.
No, it's here.
It's both. They pierce both sides.
Here too.
Yeah.
Although, on Indian women, that look is divine. I love that look.
I'd look hot in it too.
I'm sure. You look hot just the way you are.
I just think that the facial goes against what you're doing with your tattoos, which is if you have to go into a meeting. I know you said like you can pull them out and everything, but then they're also going to be wondering why there's a hole in your lip. So
Well, this one wouldn't be big. It would be very tiny, and it would probably be... My sister had a nose piercing that was very small, and you didn't notice it unless it
Right.
caught the right light, because it was just a little bit sparkly.
yeah.
It was so tiny, most people didn't even
That's
notice
the
it.
kind I
That's
wanted
what
to
I
get
would
But
have
what's the
done.
point of
really
having
noticed.
it if it doesn't bling?
Because it's for you. It's not for other fucking people.
It's an adornment.
For yourself.
She's adorning herself.
Okay.
This is my temple, and I'll decorate this motherfucker any goddamn way I want. Anyway, I'm probably not going to do the facial piercing for that exact same reason. Because I
have to admit, because I'll feel really shitty if I don't say this, and like I convinced you not to do it based on other reasons. But the Monroes weird me out. Like they just weird me out. And like when I'm talking to someone, I keep going. I want to stare, but I can't stare, and it's just kind of.
That's what her breast one tattoo does to me right now. I cannot stop staring at her chest.
So I don't want to say like don't do it for professional reasons when really internally I have an internal reason. I want you to choose anywhere else. But obviously I'll support you in whatever you choose.
So at the end of
I'll
June,
just be like this all the time, like.
She'll be like,
Can you stop moving your lamp?
so at the end of June, change of stop or
I don't know. We'll see. I might
Maybe
go shorter
June
with my
kicks it
hair.
off.
June has kicked it off. I might go shorter with my hair because I've had it cut twice this month, and I had another 1.5 inches taken off after I had my sister cut it, and then I figured I'd keep it a little long and see if I was okay with it or if I was going to be mentally distraught because I have had my hair for so long. And then close to the middle, I need more off, but I'm not making my sister cut my hair on her vacation, so I went to the stylist in town that she suggested, and I went and I had her take another 1.5 inches off, and I was looking at it, and I was half, man, it's still long, and half, man, I don't need it any
great.
shorter.
Oh, it's a good length.
Well, when
But
my
you
sister
have
cut
this-
it, you know what she said? She was like, it's like having 90s Sue back. Sorry, that's my real name. 90s Sierra back.
So how it is right now, you didn't do anything to it, did you? Other than cut it. So you have this beautiful natural curl that because this length, like it gives you just these beautiful waves.
Yeah.
I'm super jealous of them.
And
for me to get anything in my hair, it is not
I
done
can
naturally.
enhance them too. This is me I've had it up in a ponytail a little bit, so kind of pulled it out a little bit. But I can enhance all of this without all the weight. I can make the wave go all the way up to my roots.
And you can even throw, like, even if you threw like a little mousse in there,
Mousse, yeah.
curl that shit up. So you kind of have the perfect hair right now.
perfect hair.
I do.
It's
It goes
very
up into a
versatile.
ponytail. I'm thinking about maybe doing an undercut in the back. And I have had it cleared by people. I can get Shuri's undercut and not be culturally appropriating anything. Because it does not actually represent any particular culture. So, you don't know who Shuri is?
I don't.
From Black Panther.
From Black Panther. Wakanda
But
forever.
she's not the only. It's not only for
We
Black
totally
Panther.
need to nerdify her up a little bit.
Well, she's already had a little nerd in her.
True.
Yeah. I get my nerd through injection, so I don't go the long route like you guys, like reading stuff and researching and watching things. I just get it via injection, like my B12 shots. Like, boom! Nobody has to waste their time with like B12
But it
every
has
day.
been a while for
Bam.
you, so we need to get you nerded up a little bit.
So I do. I need to get nerded up. Totally.
Do any of my nerd friends want to bang my unnerd friend? She's free.
I do feel though that it probably de-nerds you just a little. Like,
Alex says your hair
Somehow.
looks really nice, Sierra.
Thank you, Alex.
see, it does. It
I do know
honestly,
it looks good.
It honestly is perfect. And you
This-
didn't color it, did you?
No, this is
all
what's,
you.
Well, no. From about here down is all me. Or from here up is all me. There
Yeah.
is some highlights left over from last year in it. But yeah, all this is my color up
Yeah.
here.
And what you have down there blends in with up there. So no, you have the perfect
I
hair.
know, because my hairstylist is really good at what she does.
See? That's awesome.
But she's not a hairstylist anymore. She's being a nurse. This is the way I kept my hair. This is the length I kept my hair at for a very, 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 very long time. This was my standard hair length.
Do you still do the shampoo thing where you like squeeze in more shampoo than you use? Because
I
you're
am
used to it?
consciously trying not to.
I want
Mine
to
is-
switch to shampoo bars.
Do
I think
you?
now that my hair's short, I might do that too, because I don't need as much now. And because I'm thinking I might go shorter. I'm not going to do a chin bob, but maybe somewhere, maybe right at my shoulders.
Shoulder bob.
Shoulder bob.
Yeah.
So have you dated anybody? Since I know you've been super busy this month.
I have been ridiculously
Super busy this month.
I have not gone on a date since the hotel. I have not. Because I've been fucking busy. And not fucking busy. No, or not busy fucking, just fucking busy.
And no dating for you, and no dating for me. Man, we're a lonely
What a
old
great
ladies
show.
club.
Woo! Party on!
Somebody's vagina has to get penetrated. Like, come on.
Mine was last.
This
your
is
turn.
too much nunnery here.
Let's
Jesus.
ask in chat. All you have to do is just post the last time you got laid.
Yeah, post the last
We'll
time
live
you-
vicariously through our Facebook fans.
Yeah, because you're all probably getting laid way more often. Than
Way more often than we are.
What year is this?
Yeah. Shush, John. I gave you a blowjob in the parking lot. That
You're
counts.
talking about with somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, if it's with ourselves, 15 minutes
you're
ago, like
independent.
when did the show start?
Your independent sex doesn't count.
Okay.
They're behind the
I didn't
desk.
think
If that was the case, yeah, it would have been like 15 minutes ago. So.
What do we got? We got some answers? No answers yet?
No answers yet. We have a bunch of nerd stuff in here that I don't want to read to bore you. So
Oh, no,
Mostly
no,
about
go for
Discovery.
it.
It's again 50-50. Discovery's okay. Discovery is great. Discovery isn't worth it.
well, a lot of people have been saying that, but you know what? It's half the price of Netflix for Discovery.
For
And-
one show, there is only one show on ABC I want to watch, and that is
CBS.
Discovery.
No, if
Or
you
CBS,
if you're
whatever.
a Big Bang Theory fan, you can get all the back episodes of that. They have all their back episodes on there as well. So, because CBS doesn't share their shit with anybody.
They used to. They used to. Listen, bitches, if I can get Rick and Morty on Hulu, I should be able to get your shit on Hulu too. That was for all you CBS executives who decided you wanted me to pay $4.99 or $5.99 or whatever fucking 99 it is.
So you can't watch anything off of CBS
No.
on Hulu?
Nope.
What about Hulu Plus? Do you pay for Hulu?
I pay for Hulu Plus.
Nope.
Nope.
I pay for Hulu
CBS
Plus with no commercials.
CBS does
girl.
not share anything.
I don't watch any
Not
shit from
even
CBS.
shows that are canceled. Like I love The Mentalist. Can I find it on Amazon or Hulu or on
Netflix?
Netflix? No, bitches. So fuck them.
Whoa.
Okay, so Alex says 3 months ago, but previously that was 10 years ago.
What?
That must be sex.
Yeah, that's sex.
Oh,
And Vendetta says, I kind of have a suddenly Susan curl going.
You do.
Thank you.
3 months ago, after a 10-year hiatus.
Sounds
Wow.
like another motherfucker I know.
I'm only on 4.5.
I mean, does it feel like 10?
No,
No.
I don't really miss it too much.
Yeah.
Except when I'm masturbating. I totally
I
miss
mean, I have
it.
to tell you, like, for me, like, I can go out and just be, totally whatever. But then when I'm having it, then I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't, like, I don't want to stop.
Right.
So.
Yep, just a little
You
tickle
got it, yeah.
drives
So
the insatiability for
after
it.
the first time, like, that's it. Like, the dam is broke. And then it's like that first pee when you pop the seal and you're drinking.
And then
You
you're
know.
back in the fucking pisser every 15
every
minutes.
night. That'll be you. Like, I need
People
dick. Like tonight.
Somebody walk past
tonight.
me with a drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
A dick walk
So it
by.
works like that. Yeah, it works like that. So once you break that seal, like, forget it. You're just gonna want it in. So
All right.
I can strap one on for you if you want.
I can film it.
I can see that in my head right now, and that is totally hot.
Hell yeah. I'd stand there with my hands on my hip, be like, look at my dick, look at my dick. I'd be swinging it around like crazy.
You're gonna be like that Captain Morgan dude, like 1 foot up on the bed. You're gonna be like toes, like swinging your
I would
schlong.
stroke. This is why I want a penis, because
Captain Morgan dick.
this is why I both want one and why I should never have one, because that is exactly what I
Yeah.
would do. I would be that guy. They'd be like, clothing is optional. You wouldn't even get to the P part of optional, and my clothes would be off and my dick would be out. Like,
I mean, I would.
anytime someone would be like, dick's out, I'd be like, whap, right out for you. Look at my dick. I don't care how big or small it is. This is my dick.
So even if it's like, whoop.
Yeah, if
You'll
even
still
if
be
it was just
okay.
like, yeah, I'd
You'd
pull
still
it out.
pull it out.
Vendetta says it's been since 2015 since he's gotten laid.
That's because you haven't come to Vegas, Vendetta.
He posted in earlier that he's moved back to Boston, so he's back up in the cold where they like to snuggle. So I figure
We got to get your ass to Vegas, baby.
Boston.
that's where he is originally from, and then he moved down to
Boston.
Florida to go to school, and now he's back in Boston again.
Did you finish school? Did you finish school? If you could answer that question for me, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Did you see Vendetta's comment?
No.
I swear I thought Sierra was going to sing Look at My Horse.
Is that a song, and can you sing it?
I don't know it. I think it's a song from a musical, and it might be Hamilton. I don't know, because that's the popular thing with the kids these days. But I would try. Listen, I can't sing, but I will.
Speaking of popular things with the kids these days, did you see the story out about how a person's musical tastes stop at age 30? What you like at age 30 is what you like for the rest of your life. Your tastes don't change.
I would somewhat agree with that, except that there is a lot of modern music that I like. I am more into Americana now than I was before I was 30. And I love folky Americana music now. I've already liked folk music, but Americana folk music specifically I like more.
And then the other story that I heard was the WHO, World Health Organization, for those of you who don't habla.
Not the band from the 70s.
The WHO have decided on, how do I put this? They have made gaming addiction a valid disease.
It is a valid disease.
Yeah.
American psychologists, however, aren't jumping on that bandwagon yet, but the World Health Organization does.
So here's the thing. You can get addicted to literally anything. Addiction is not about the thing you are addicted to. It's about your brain chemistry. And people who are addicted to porn can be addicted to video games. People who are addicted to video games can be addicted to movies and television. These are the people that end up in their homes because it's the one thing they want to do. We hired a video game addict at my company. He got hired. He worked in the office for 2 days, called in sick for 2 months, and when they finally... I don't know why it took them 2 months to fire this guy, but he made a shit ton of money in that time. When they finally went to his apartment to get our equipment back from him, because we issued him a company computer and a bunch of other shit, they said he had like 4 video game systems all going at the same time. His house was covered in pizza boxes and Postmates bags and stuff like that.
And probably Mountain Dew.
And yeah, and he and his apartment smelled disgusting. And I was like, that is an addiction. And it is the same kind of addiction that leads, and it's the same kind of addiction that leads people to masturbate constantly. Addiction is not about what you're addicted to, it's about your brain chemistry.
Yep.
So I just...
Constantly.
I also would like to know, how does he manage to get paid for 2 months if he's only there 2 days?
Because he was a salaried employee. He got hired as a salaried employee.
Do you have any openings?
Yeah.
Right?
I wish, buddy. I've worked there for 2.5 years now, and I still ain't got no goddamn salary.
You don't really want it because you work a lot of hours.
If I were to be salaried, the minimum salary is more than I make at both jobs right now.
Oh.
Because on top of a salary, I also get a bunch of like living expenses stuff thrown in. So, but they won't salary me
All right.
because
Vendetta, I know you sent a YouTube video, but we're probably not going to watch it right
We
now.
can't watch it while
It's
we're
the
on here.
it's the horse. You look at my horse, probably.
probably look at my horse. Yeah, I would be one of those motherfuckers. I wouldn't send unsolicited dick pics, but I would be asking every girl I talk to and every guy I talk to, do you
like-
want a picture of my dick?
You're like, Mom, can I send you a picture of my dick?
It's like women who just have breast augmentation surgery, right? They want to show everyone their tits.
They're like, grab my penis! Yeah, that'd be me. I want to be a hermaphrodite. I want both a penis and a vagina. I've always said this. I was born with the wrong gender. I should have been a hermaphrodite.
You
Can
can.
a hermaphrodite fuck themselves?
No, it doesn't bend back that way. I just wish I had like a giant clit. That would satisfy my needs. I don't have a tiny little clit.
There are women who do have giant clits, though. We have seen them.
I watch giant clit porn. Yes. Yes, I do.
Like, you type it in as your title.
Big clit. I go to X Hamster and I type in big clit. Right after that, it's men masturbating, and right after that, it's...
I think we spent like
Furry porn.
3 hours after one of our shows watching big clit porn. It was amazing. Amazeballs.
I think that's when we found out that Silent Mike was into big clits, too. I mean, we knew about his cream pie thing, but it was big clits after that. If you've not watched the show for very long, you don't know what our porn likes are. I like porn.
We all like porn.
Yeah,
Don't
we
you
all
like porn?
Oh, yeah, I totally like porn.
You're a
don't
gay
like
porn
porn.
girl, right?
I'm totally a gay porn girl.
Love gay porn.
But I watch different ones. Like I'll watch Cream Pie. I'll watch. It just depends on what I'm in. Like I'll watch fisting or whatever. But yeah.
Really?
Totally, yeah.
I've never been into fisting.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, not for myself, but like I
I'm
watch.
not even watching it. I'm not into it. I empathize, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna hurt. No. It's like, to me, it's like watching eyeball surgery. No.
That I can't. That I can't do. No, I'm so serious. I have an eye thing. It is legit.
I do too. I
It
can't
is
even
the
put eye
reason.
drops in.
It is the reason I don't have LASIK. Like it's why it's 2018 and I still wear contacts, because my ex-husband thought I'm gonna show you. He wanted me to get LASIK, and he's like, "Look, I'll show you. It's no big deal. I'll show you a video." And I walk in the living room one day, and he's like, "Watch, do," and like there's an eye hooked, and no, I was done. It'll never.
I can't even
happen.
do eye drops on myself.
I can do eye drops. I mean, I have to stick my, fingers in my eyes for this, but I can't. No.
I can't touch my own eye. I was just fucking with you. I can barely put mascara on. It took me.
You should watch Clockwork.
No, I was just
No.
thinking that. No.
I'm well aware what that is. I
think that scene is like right on the cover of the DVD or Blu-ray.
No. No. That's horrible for you to suggest. What if I went home and I'm like, I wonder if it's like Orange is the New Black, and I put it on, and then I have to show up at your house and sleep in your bed because I'm afraid.
I am one of few people in this world who will say A Clockwork Orange was a shit movie. I hate that movie. I don't like it.
I watched a movie this week because I didn't like it to begin with, and I watched it again just to make sure. But I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey, and that movie fucking sucks. Except for the little part where Hal goes fucking crazy. The rest of it is boring to me.
Oh, see, I love
Absolutely
Space Odyssey.
boring.
I love Space Odyssey. I watch it over and over again, especially the very end, the space baby bullshit. Like, I love that weird
Yeah,
ass shit.
I think it's too psychedelic for me.
You need to go watch that on acid.
That's what I heard. I did some reading because I wanted to find out why everyone loves it. Don't get me wrong. I understand it won a bunch of awards, top 10 list of sci-fi movies that we have to see, and it's got a great score. I mean, you can't go wrong with classical music as the score. It's too slow. I have become the generation of 2 times speed on YouTube. So when I'm watching a regular movie,
Do you have adult onset ADHD?
if I can't fast forward, if I can't speed it up like 1.25 or 1.5, I don't want to fucking watch it anymore.
Yo, you can change the speed on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
So you can.
I haven't watched a YouTube video at
the-
regular speed in forever.
You know what I watch at double speed is those like 36 life hacks all women should know. Like I put that shit on double speed because I'm not sitting through 15 minutes. 7 minutes, yes. 15 minutes, no.
I sit through them. I sit through them and I'm going like,
No, just mute
okay,
that shit.
what?
They don't talk about it. They don't talk it
I know
anyway.
they show the words too, but I didn't know that you could. I didn't know
For
fast
all of you
forward was
that
an
are listening
option.
to our podcast or watching our videos on YouTube, 1.5 or 2 speed us, because there's a lot of ums and uhs in between our speech, and all of us talk really slow. I double speed us all the time.
What?
She's like, I get through this shit in 15 minutes.
My podcasts are permanently set
Double speed.
on
or double
1.5.
team?
double speed, not double
We
penetration.
double
Ooh.
team as well.
We will. We'll tag out a bitch. She'll be like, tagged.
I've got to
My
tell
favorite,
you,
my favorite ones to watch double speed are the art videos that are already 4 times or 25 times speed.
That's too much for me.
Because
That'll
it just
blow my mind.
magically appears in the fucking paper. Their hand just goes, boop, shit appears. It's crazy.
Speaking of double team, I've gotten like a lot of requests lately
For DP?
for double. Yeah, no, double like
Roasting on a spit?
all of that, but with like multiples.
From where?
Just from like people I've talked to or what have you. Like one is literally just a friend who's
Like some
hey.
dude that you know
Yeah, yeah.
regularly comes over to the house, has coffee,
No,
says,
no one comes over my house. I am antisocial. You are lucky you've been there. You are lucky you know where I live. Nobody comes to my house. I'm not one who's going to be like, let me
just
sit and
arbitrarily
entertain you.
out of the blue said, hey, what do you think about double penetration?
Yeah. Or a threesome, a male, female. A 2-dude threesome.
I want to do that. I got that offered, and then I think you were nose on that it was 1 dude, 2 profiles.
This one, that's what it was. It was 1 dude, 2 profiles. That dude's going to show up, like, thinking he can satisfy you as 2 dudes. But...
So, funny story. I had a guy message me, and we were having a very nice, benign conversation. And he said, hey, I showed your picture to my friend, and he thinks you're hot, too. And I was like, oh, that's very sweet. And then I go back onto my profile while I'm talking to this guy, because let's be real, we don't just chat with guys. We go back to the double take, and we're swipe left, swipe right? And suddenly this other guy, it says, oh, this guy messaged you. And I clicked on it. It was like, hey, my friend was right. You are hot. And I was like, oh, you must be so-and-so's friend. And he was like, yeah. So I went over to the other one, and I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah is your friend, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, funny. He just messaged me on this dating app. And then he was like, oh, that's cool. Don't believe anything he says about me. Ha, ha, ha. So one guy, totally normal, regular conversation. Other guy, complete social douchebag. Right down to don't tell my friend we're talking, and I'm like, I'm not cool with that. Like, I'm open to non-monogamy, but I'm not cool with lying to people about who I'm talking to. Like, if I'm fucking 2 dudes, I'm not gonna be like, I'm fucking this dude, unless you're like supposed to be 2 buddies. You guys, I think that's against bro code, right? And he was like, no man, he will never know, like blah blah blah. I'll steal you away from him. I was like, that's not really cool.
Aww.
I was like, that's not nice. And he was like,
I would rather have a dude totally into bro code.
I would rather have a dude totally into bro code.
Yeah,
Even
this
if
was
I'm
the
being
same dude.
non-monogamous, yeah. So the other conversation's still normal. And so the other conversation, I'm like, can we just move to Kik? Because I love to use stickers and GIFs, and you can't use that in the dating apps. So it's like, let's go chat on Kik. So we switched over to Kik, and the conversation literally went from normal to he sent me a dick pic. And that's immediately when I knew 2 dudes, 1 profile.
Yeah, so...
And then he was like... I was like, well, I wasn't expecting that. And he was like, oh, shit. He immediately realized what he'd done. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I was like, nah, it's cool. Like, generally, I wait a couple more messages before I ask for a dick pic. I would have eventually asked for one. And he was like,
do you really ask for them?
You goddamn right I do. I want to see what I'm getting into.
Really?
Because sometimes they lie.
They always lie, don't they?
But if they're going to offer it, like, I don't specifically ask, but as soon as a dude is like, do you want me to send you a pic? I'm totally like, yeah. And then afterward, they get disappointed because I don't send them shit. So.
Oh, I'll send them boob pics. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because you got these big old boobs. Like, I'm built like a 13-year-old pudgy boy. No one wants to see that shit. My personality's got to outweigh the rest.
I would have hit that. Exactly. Stop. He ghosted me. Totally fucking ghosted me. Because he realized that I may have caught on to the fact that he was 2 dudes.
Wait, let me see it first. I need to see the background.
It's clean.
Backgrounds are so important to me.
It's clean.
Yep.
Not showing you guys. It'll get us kicked off of everything. It's a giant penis. Anyway.
Is that the thing now? So that's the way it is now. Don't send unsolicited dick pics. So unsolicited is the key word in the phrase. Don't send me dick pics.
Right. I want consensual dick pics. Like, and I will ask. I genuinely enjoy dudes' dicks, and I genuinely enjoy dudes masturbating. If we are chit-chatting and it becomes sexual, and you say, "Would you like to see me masturbate?" I will always say. And it will get downloaded and saved to my phone, and I will watch it forever. Because that's my
How do you
My
download
favorite
that
line
shit?
is-
Oh, you got to teach me that.
Well,
Put a movie onto my iPad for my computer, so
you need a better phone.
I need a newer phone.
Yeah.
My favorite line, like, when I'm first going out with a dude, and they're like, hey, will you, give me a blowjob or whatever in the parking lot? And I'm like, no, but I'll watch you masturbate.
Are they cool with that?
A couple have been.
Taking all of them have been takers?
Not all. But,
So what is the ultimate porn for you? Since we've been talking about porn.
Yeah.
What is your ultimate porn? You always go to it, usually first.
I'm going to be honest. I don't have one set favorite, and I can't watch the same over and over.
We're pulling up X Hamster
I'm
right now.
probably
What's the
gonna-
first thing you search for?
I'll probably start with squirting. Probably
Really?
start with that, yeah.
You like watching?
I do. I don't do it myself.
I'll send you
but
some videos.
I like watching.
Do you like
that.
watching the build up to the squirting itself?
Just the whole, like, I don't like the boring plain ones. You know, if I wanted to watch boring plain sex, I would have recorded myself when I was married. So I don't like to just, watch that. That was actually really mean. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
But so I like to watch something different. So if someone says to me, like, sometimes I'll pull up something interesting. Like we talked about puppy porn, I totally pulled some up.
Puppy porn?
No, not puppy porn.
like
Puppy play.
that.
Puppy play.
Oh.
Nothing to do with dogs. No dogs
Jesus.
involved.
It's not like-
literally
She
like
said
someone.
puppy porn.
It's literally like someone leading somebody else around. Or
But did you
like,
masturbate to that?
I never masturbate to the first thing I see. So I will watch a couple, and then as soon as I get bored, I'll flip through. So really, I kind of have the adult ADHD.
What's
like,
I can't
what's
watch
your
a-
venue for porn? Where do you go?
I usually go to Pornhub or YouPorn.
Okay. And what's your go-to porn?
Ex-hamster, my go-to porn is male masturbation.
Really?
Yeah. And
That's me.
what the hell?
That's my nephew.
No. I go to male masturbation, and I like to watch guys who use masturbatory tools, like those
Like the sleeves?
Yeah.
I just watched some of that.
Especially if they can pull it all the way down and their head pokes out the other side, like
Yes,
that's-
I just watched that the other day.
That's
because-
almost like watching a non-circumcised guy masturbate.
Sometimes I'll go to rate what is on the first, like I'll scroll to see what's most popular. And then, like, I'll skip the one. Sometimes they do, like, mom porn or women porn, and it's, like, just the softcore, like, I love you. And I'm like, no, where's the hard fucking stuff? Like,
Yeah, I don't like the
where's the
softcore.
rest? So I'll scroll past. But I do like to glance at what's kind of popular right now, what others are watching.
My favorite is Tumblr. I'm a huge Tumblr fan
me too.
with the GIFs, and my favorite is when the guy slides his cock over the pussy.
Yeah, that's my
That's
favorite
the-
Tumblr porn.
That's
I can watch Tumblr to get like excited and just watch it, but they're too short for me to have like to be able to masturbate because I can't see the same thing over
that's
and
why I
over.
have an account and I can just scroll. So
Yeah, I just scroll.
What are y'all doing? I need both hands. I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing.
Later on this evening, maybe Sierra can put a post up in our super secret Facebook group to list your favorite porn. We can talk about it on the air. If you want to become a member of our super secret Facebook group, please join us over on Patreon. It's $5 a month.
Which
That's it.
is, come on, guys, it's the cost of a cup of coffee or a
Yeah.
blowjob from someone off of Boulder
Right.
Highway or, I don't know, a couple packs of gum.
And there you go. I'm Elexia,
Toxi.
And Sierra,
and we will be back next week.
if you're brave enough.
Later, bitches.